All right, shalom, shalom, Yasharala. It's your brother Yevadan with the Settle Return, located here in Chicago. And I want to start out by giving all praise. It's called Halal, Yimla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Shalom to the Akim, scattered throughout the four corners, preaching His word in truth and sincerity with discretion and discernment. And last but not least, shalom to the Akim and the few Agawat and the children who might be tuning in too, though. So, yeah, man, this is the the Geechie Run Down. All right, so it's a South Shore hit and run that killed three outside. Jeffrey Pub was intentional. Chicago Police Department says third victim ID. All right, third victim identified as 23-year-old Geechee man. All right, so yeah, man. I don't even know where to start, man. I'm gonna just play the video, I guess.
Judy, the video is too terrible and terrifying to show. The aftermath from early Sunday morning is bad enough. And tonight, Chicago police officials say it appears to be an intentional attack. The driver of a sedan racing down 7700 South Jeffrey and slamming into several men in front of the Jeffrey Pub, a long-time and very popular gay bar. Dashcam video from a nearby car shows the men were in the middle of the street fighting at 5 a.m. The victims upended and thrown everywhere. 3 dead, 25-year-old Donald Huey, 27-year-old Devonta Vivetter, and this man, 23-year-old Jalen Osley, who was a recent University of Michigan graduate.
If any involvement, I know that Jalen was there diffusing the situation. That's his personality. He's never been in any trouble. He's never gotten into anything. He's been on the straight and narrow his entire
life. Straight up the ass is where he's been. Hey, Salaki, they bogus as hell. Talking about folks been on the straight and narrow path, and this nigga been a Geechee. One of the brothers say one of them niggas been a Geechee is since elementary school, man. So hell no, man. That nigga ain't on no straight and narrow path, man. All right, that nigga is a open Geechee, man. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't ashamed. He ain't in the closet. Remember back in the day when we was shorty, we'd jump on you if you was a Geechee walking through where I'm from, man. And you know, niggas was ashamed. They'd be so called in the closet down low. Not a black woman then took the nigga to the club over the past 20 years. Now the Geechee niggas is out in the open. I blame the so-called black woman. We know it was Esau. We know Esau, Obama, they set the laws and legislations, you know, with the Geechee laws so that people can get married all 50 states and shit. But it was Eve who solidified and it made it okay for that nigga to be amongst family gatherings and group outings, because we had beat your ass back in the day on 75th and Jeffrey. All right, because this happened on 71st and Jeffrey. Now, let me speak on that too. That's where I'm from. This is my neighborhood. This is where I'm from. I was raised right here. So when I was a shawty, my mama used to be like, look at the gay bar. And I used to be like, Jeffrey Pub, that's the gay bar. So pub mean gay. And you know, all my life, all I just knew was that P-U-B mean G-A-Y. So I ain't know, you know, I'd be confused growing up, like, do it mean Jeffrey Public? Or what is going on? I never knew. But all I did know, one thing for sure, is that it's always a bunch of Geechees out there congregating. You know what I'm saying? We'd be coming from off Lakeshore Drive, coming from the low end, headed back towards over east. This back in the day when the buildings was up, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, when the buildings was up. I used to be in the buildings on the low end in the high-rise project building. You know what I'm saying? At my cousin them crib, like, but that was back in the day. We used to ride down Lakeshore Drive, come back, take Jeffrey down to 74th, back to the crib. So like it'll always be Geechees like outside congregating like for years. You know what I'm saying? All my life I remember. So my mama used to tell me, and I used to like, you know, in my spirit, I used to be like, the Most High gonna fuck that place up one day. Like he gonna burn that shit. Like Jake. You know we ain't with that Geechee shit, man. Like that shit is a as my cousin used to say, that's a shame before Moses. So yeah, that shit is a shame, man. So um, something was just in my spirit over the years, like man, God gonna fuck them niggas up, or God gonna blow that place up, or burn that place. Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm thinking like, damn, we live down the street from that shit. I used to then want to, catch the fire and brimstone on my end. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, um, yeah, man, I just wanted to bring it out and say that, man, that my spirit has been putting up curses on that place for years. And it was just a video on Facebook a few months ago. Brothers probably seen it on Facebook. They was out there scrapping, man. It was like 15 of their ass out there fighting Geechies. And they was fucking, them niggas know how to fight. They was beating the shit out of this one nigga. You know what I'm saying? The other Geechee had to come break it up and grab and shit. I'm like, damn, motherfucking cat fight. But anyway, I've been praying for the Most High to judge that place, man. And we looking forward to more judgments. We looking forward to more people to get their ass ran down, man. The Geechee Run Down. We looking for more Geechees to be ran down, man, and trodden down in the streets, man. All right, so I'm gonna finish playing the video though, man. I'm gonna get to some precepts right fast, cause this shit is just ridiculous, man. Geechee shit.
Life.
There is a suspect. A person inside the bar is now thought to have left and mowed down the man on the street, not in custody.
It's not being investigated at a hate crime at this time. We don't have any evidence to support that somebody was trying to harm these individuals, because of their race, religion, etc. At this time, because we don't have the suspect in custody.
The I-Team spoke with the National Black Justice Coalition in Washington tonight, calling for this to be investigated as an LGBTQ plus hate crime outside one of the oldest and longest continuously running black gay bars in the nation.
We do know, and law enforcement also.
Hey, man, that place need to be destroyed anyway, man, and shut down. Like my granddad used to say, shut it down. They bogus as here talking about the longest gay running. Yeah, see, I told you when I was a shorty, I used to ride past her. And them niggas used to be out there, man, like, for decades, man. 10, 20, 25 years, man, them niggas been out there like that, bogus. According to my knowledge, as far back as I can't remember how far back it was. I just know I was a shorty, and them niggas was out there. And ever since I was a shorty, man, going back 20, 25 years ago, like up until this day, I used to ride past, and I might have rolled past like a week or 2 or 3 before this happened, and be like, yep, there go the gay bar, still up, Shalak Rayam, and I just pray the Most High, like, sent evils upon that place, man, and the niggas who be attending, man. So, yeah, man, the Most High, he smoked their ass, man. But that's enough for the article, man. I ain't trying to go into detail on them niggas, man. They ass in the spirit world now. Now they in there right, man. Alright, this the book of Leviticus, man, chapter 20 and verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Yeah, so like it's on you, Goofy. Like you knew that on I can like pretty much guarantee you that those niggas' grandmothers all read them the scriptures and told them it's an abomination, man, to be a Geechee, man. They heard about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. And if they didn't, god damn it, then they thought about that boo boo going in that urethra when they was first had Geechee activities, when them niggas was first doing it, wide receiving on the tight end. Alright, yeah, them niggas, hey, them niggas knew something was wrong with that. Cause it's common sense, man. It's a law within ourselves, man. Like who finna eat a bloody piece of meat? You eating a ground beef burger. They just put it on there just to brown the outside of it, but the rest of it still bloody and pink, half done on the inside. So like, yeah, man, like it's just not in Jake to do that. So if folks now did that, then they was with that shit. Like they totally disregarded this law right here that the Most High gave, for His people to live by. Cause them heathen nations like Esau and Ham, them niggas automatically fucking Geechees, man. You know, going back to the curse of Canaan, um, um, when Ham, the curse of Ham, And then you got Esau. He was just made to be a Geechee, fluky. But it say, hey, they blood is upon them. Them niggas knew what they was doing, man. Like, you on a commercial, you talking about, oh yeah, I was taking woo out the bam, and now even though I'm HIV, full blown AIDS positive, I could still have intercourse. I could still, receive, wide receiving on the tight end. you know. So yeah, that's because Esau making it cool for niggas to be in sin like that to keep us on the bottom, trying to prolong his time. But that shit almost over with. But yeah, nevertheless, them niggas knew what they was doing. Every nigga that's a Geechee, you know what you doing, man. When you go into the bathroom, man, it's a motherfucking a lady, man, on the front of the door with a dress on, and then it's another door with a nigga just got on pants. So like, nigga, you want to go in a lady's bathroom, you not a lady, nigga, you a Geechee. So like, they knew that was wrong, cause hey, walk your ass into the woman's bathroom, folks know right now, and see on security coming in and tase and tackle your black ass. All right. So yeah, man. Like Buddy and them knew they was bogus. So I say y'all let us say they blood is upon them. Motherfucker never cared, man. Who shall pity a charmer when he is bitten by a serpent? That's like the nigga who played the flute and the king cobra come out the basket and the cobra bite him in the nose and kill him. Who is gonna really feel sorry for Buddy? You shouldn't have been playing with the snake, Goofy. So it's just like these niggas. These niggas Geechee, they playing with each other's snakes. And then they playing around with Esau. You just believing that Esau is God. You say, well, if the white man say I could do it, if Obama signed it into law, so I could do it. No, man, it's a repercussion and a consequence behind that, man. And the ultimate repercussion and consequence is that lake of fire, man. This is the book of Second Peter, chapter 2 and verse 6. And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that should those that after should live ungodly. So yeah, man, that was just a small sample. So like that was just a small sample of what's going to happen to spiritual Sodom, because hey, America is known in the scriptures as spiritual Egypt and spiritual Sodom. Because why? Because of the slavery that they put God's chosen people in here, and because of the rampant Geecheeism that's flowing throughout this country, man, from the east to the west, from the north to the south, you know, and they influencing the rest of the world to be like that, man. I saw a motherfucking video on TikTok or YouTube or something. It was the man going around with the microphone and the camera, and he had the Geechee with him. He talking about kiss the pretty girl. And they was down somewhere in the Dominican Republic or something. Then you kiss the pretty girl, and then they be like, "What's your name, fam?" You be like, "Yeah, my name John." And they ask the pretty girl, "What's your name?" And that bitch be like, "Miguel," or Raul, or some crazy shit. And then motherfucker get to chasing the Geechee around. So hey, the world has wondered after the image of the beast, man. They want to be like the so-called white man around the world, man. People have subscribed to his philosophies and Geechee doctrines, man. But hey, he burned Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone. Hey, America gonna eat that thermonuclear fire, man. All right. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 7, man, it say, be not deceived. God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Yeah, your blood gonna be upon you. You just thought you was just gonna be a flamer, a flame of hot, a hot crunchy curl. You thought you was gonna be a flame of hot crunchy curl, a flame of hot puff, and the Most High one gonna judge you. No, you gonna have to pay for that, man. All right. Hey, yeah, this the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 5. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust know of no shame. Yeah, every morning you wake up, hey, you gonna see somebody got whacked and whacked in the rack. That's what they call Chicago. They call it Chirac. All right, because back in 2012, it was more people died on the streets of Chicago than U.S. soldiers died in Iraq. I forget what the numbers was, but nevertheless, they call this place Iraq, Chirac, the rack. So yeah, Every morning you wake up, I go on my app news break, and it's another nigga got his ass whacked in the rack. All right. So yeah, it say the unjust know of no shame. Them niggas ain't had no shame. They out there fighting in the street. He thought he's finna run up. He pulled his little panties up and ran up on a nigga finna swing, and the car whacked his ass, man. So yeah, man, like the Most High, like he ain't with none of that fluky shit, man. Straight up. All right. Psalm chapter 9 and verse 16. The Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion, Higgaion, Salah. So yeah, Buddy them ain't know that they was finna die right then at that moment. They woke up and went to the club and got drunk and went up and down and was dancing on other men and you know, a bunch of hard legs and they're rubbing against each other. That's what they was doing, man. And hey, they was caught up in the work of their own hands. You want to be a Geechee? You want to be around men that's more womanly than a woman. Cause these women rough as hell these days. Alright? Bitches be walking around on folks now, G. These are some rough women these days. So the flamers, they more feminine than them. They hey bitch. These niggas be more feminine than the women. So yeah, you got caught up in the work of your own hands. You want to be around a bunch of bitch ass niggas. Now you got to deal with a bitch ass nigga who was scared to fight and he ran your ass over. All right, so the wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Like if you ain't know Yahweh now, if you ain't believe us back then, them three niggas know now. Cause they up there looking at, oh man, they like, man, God is black. Wow. Only if I would have knew. Yeah, well, we out here to warn the next Geechies. If there's any Geechies listening, all right, the Most High is a man of war, and he not playing, man. James chapter 1 and verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death, man. Hence the Geechee Run Down. So yeah, man. Them niggas was thinking like, oh, I want to be a Geechee, and you went out and you acted on it, and you became a Geechee, and you live that lifestyle, and now what? Now you got to pay for the wages of sin is death. Now you got to pay for your actions. All right, so yeah, man. This has been the Geechee Rundown. So, Lord willing, man, it was edifying. And next time, man, until the next time, I'm going to bid y'all with Shalom.